So today we will discuss
I'm able to see your screen.
Yes.
I'm able to see.
So yesterday I told you that there are two important processes in subscription contract management, right? One is your ODIs, like ordered ODI processes. Through the ODI processes, you create your subscription contract and you distribute your subscription contract to CI, FICA as well as CC system, and you put a control over there that which steps you want to determine which system, or let's say you want to keep waiting your contract for the activation, or you want to deactivate the contract. So that is the key for contract replication. Okay, now once your contract is created, your second steps comes in the picture where you will you will be able to change anything on running contract, or you will be able to cancel, you will be able to upgrade. So take a scenario that currently you are having some kind of subscription and you want to upgrade your subscription to premium. So it means you are saying that, okay, I'm fine with my services. I want to keep my as-is subscription, but in my as-is subscription, I want to upgrade for premium services. It means I want some more additional services. Okay. So how that is where you are not asking that the service provider to that you need to create a new subscription for me. No, and that is not the right approach, right? Instead of that, your service provider should allow you to upgrade your subscription simply, while keeping all your subscription as is, your contract as is, your everything. And it is also good for the service provider that they have their all your data with them for your subscription, like your running contract, everything. So that way they will trigger a contract change process. And through the contract change process, your contract will remain the same, but your contract will be upgraded. Okay. And your contract will be changed, and it will create a new time slice that from October 16 onwards, your contract will be having new time slice with the new changes.
Okay.
So that is called the contract change process, and it is very, very important change process where
sorry to ask, what is upgrade actually?
We will come in upgrade, nothing but it's a business terminology that upgrade. So take example that you have your mobile subscription plan, postpaid mobile subscription plan, right? And next you call that, okay, next month I want you currently you are getting 20 GB data per month, and you call to call center and say that, okay, I want to upgrade it to 20 to 30 GB per month. Okay. So it means you are upgrading your service subscription, right?
So what is the change process we use there?
Yeah, so that we will coming in the picture. So,
okay, fine.
Yeah. So in that process, there are two ways of doing, right? One is that in your subscription, you just trigger a contract change process. Within change process, what you will do, you just change your product attributes, or you just change your product also. Okay. So and then you submit your contract. As soon as what happen, we will see in the system. So there is some process as SAP by default. What happen? Your old contract, it will create a new line item in your contract. So old line item will end it for the previous date, and new line will be activated. Okay. And that is where and it means that from this date onwards, your subscription will have this time slice with these changes, and that time slice with those changes will goes to your CC and CI systems, so that their system should also identify that, okay, from this date to this time slice, now this is the changes we wish this contract is having. So new billable item or new consumption item should be created with those changes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So as a process, what they can do, product configuration changes. It means you can upgrade, you can downgrade, you can change your any kind of product feature or services feature through the product configuration change process. One is contract extension. Extension means you are having a contract for 6 months, okay, and you said that okay, I want to I want to continue my contract for next 2 months also. It means you are you want to your contract extension, right? So that way you trigger a contract extension change process where you are not touching your start date. Okay, you will change your end date from 30th September to you will do it 30th of November, right?
Yeah.
And you submit it. So it means now your contract is have 2 months of extension. And that date end date with the time slice which flows to your CC and CI system.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now third process is that we have contract cancellation. So cancellation means you got a request that I'm not interested in your services now, so I want to cancel my contract. In that way, you want to cancel your subscriptions. So that cancellation should trigger with contract cancellation process.
Yeah.
Okay, and contract change process, it means sometimes you were using your contract account. So for you were having, you were saying that, okay, contract account is just like your bank account. So you were saying that, okay, for this subscription, I should be charged from or say all the money should be deducted from my this account, right? And now you said that, okay, no, I want to use from I want to use another bank account. So in that is the called the contract account. So you can change your contract account. So going forward for during the rest of that period from that date, your all kind of your billing or your invoicing will be created for that newly assigned contract account. Technical resource changes, so that is serial number. Sometimes what happen when you do some so this is a unique scenario where your services serial number got changed. Okay, so in that time you just upgrade this contract in the technical resource changes with that changes. Allowance refills means some of the contract subscription comes with a trial period, a free uses, right? So free uses is called in SAP terms as allowance. That for let's say you take a new SIM and in the new SIM you got that your first 100 calls are free, right? So it means your new subscription is coming with the allowances equal to 100 calls. So that is called the allowance. So but actually next month also your company said that okay, you are also eligible for next month also. So in that way they will upgrade your allowance field, and in that allowance, because initially your allowance was for 100, right? So in your change process they will upgrade your allowance to another for 1 month. And mass changes. So mass changes, just think a scenario for big organizations where where you have multiple contracts, you have hundreds or 200s of contract, right? So you want to trigger the change process, then you cannot do by one, right? So in that way you have to trigger the mass change. Let's say you want to change a mass product. Let's say take example that Diwali is coming and your company decided that okay, for all this contract we have a upgraded product, so we want to give some additional discount. So in that way they want to change the product. So in that way, they will trigger a mass contract change process for all this contract together. And SAP has given options for mass changes. So in that using that mass changes process, they will trigger a mass change process. So these are the every time they trigger a mass changes, the information should flow to your downstream system. So again,
sorry to interrupt, Mahesh. Mass changes in the sense only particular change or all multiple changes will be changed, like technical resource billing change. Multiple contract is fine. Multiple contracts fine, multiple changes, because for changing technical resource, we need to use only one change process, right? If it is mass changes,
So I
technical
got
resource,
you.
billing
I
cycle,
got you. I got
product, yeah,
yes. I got
yeah,
you. I got your answer. So what happened? We will see this mass change process in our system also. We have a
okay,
Fiori tiles, that is the mass change process. So what SAP has
sure,
given? SAP has given mass change process per change process type. So let's say you have a 10 contract, and for the 10 contract you want to change only product.
okay,
Then
only
what you will
particular
do?
change, okay, got it,
Yeah.
okay.
So particular
Mass,
so
sorry
yeah.
to
So
interrupt,
in
mass, the
yeah
word mass means mass contracts, not mass change processes, right?
yeah
Change process
exactly
is one,
yeah
mass is multiple contracts. Okay,
yes.
got it. Thanks,
So
Mukesh.
so
Yeah,
SAP
thanks.
what
Got it.
will allow? First you will select all your contracts. Let's say 10 contract in upload Excel sheet, upload sheet, and then you will fill that from this product to X2 I want to change Y, and then upload those contract uh, in change process equal to product change. So as then for all this 10 contract only that product change process will trigger. So it will
Okay.
be like change process basis. You can do multiple contract changes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for then next for 10 contract you want to change let's say technical resource key, right? For
Yeah.
that one again you need to upload 10 contracts and trigger a technical resource key changes.
Yeah.
And you can see configuration changes means upgrade or downgrade, cancellation, revoke, cancel. Now I will tell you, revoke, cancel. See, sometimes what happen, we have future related changes also. So let's say,
Yeah.
take an example because that is very genuine cases. Because you want to cancel your contract or you want to cancel your contract, then you cannot tell by one day before, right? Because you have to do your billing, invoicing, everything, right? If
Yeah.
we if we need to take a payment from customer or we need to give a payment back to the customer like credit debit, right? So those settlement has to be done. So ideally like the cancellation everything is triggered, the cancellation request comes like 2 3 months before the your actual cancellation date.
Yeah.
So in
Yeah.
that way, let's say you call your customer care that okay, that after post 31st December, I don't want my contract to be continue for next year, right? So you raise a
Yeah.
request for now. So that is you call your cancellation request. So what they will do, they will do a future cancellation. So it means they will trigger in their system that okay, this contract is cancelled, but they will put the cancellation. There is two type of date. One is the
Yeah.
cancellation date, cancellation request date, other is cancellation date. So request date
Yeah.
would be your today's date, but
Yeah.
cancellation date would be 31st December, right? For 2025.
Yeah.
Now you will trigger change process, but now your changes will be applicable because on 31st December itself, because you put your cancellation date, right? So
Yeah.
at that time, your contract will be active. As soon as your 31st December comes, system
Yeah.
will trigger the change process. It will cancel that contract immediately. So you have a
Okay.
three months of window, right? Now you make up your mind, right? You change your mind and you call to again customer service that okay, I want to continue this same services. So you just cancel my cancellation request. So that is where they will trigger a revoke cancellation or revoke extension.
Okay. Sorry to
So
interrupt here. If the contract activation date is in future, then only we can do revoke extension, right?
revoke
Contract extension is
extension or
yeah.
revoke cancellation you will be able to do if the actual cancellation or actual extension date is in future. If it's
Future.
already
Okay.
start,
Got it. Got it.
yeah. If
Okay.
it's already if the date is already reached, then you cannot do your cancellation.
Sorry to interrupt here again. Mahesh, in one interview, they asked me, the contracts are already cancelled in the past date. I
Yeah.
need to reactivate that one because those are contracts are valid, the valid data it has.
Yeah.
So how can I handle that one? So yeah, but it's already cancelled. Yeah, sorry,
You
not
cannot
cancelled.
do
Expired.
because
Expired. Expired. Yeah. The contract is already expired last month or 2-3 months back. But the contract data and all important. So we don't want to go for new contract. How can I handle? This is the scenario they asked me in one interview.
Simply say that if your contract is, if you revoke, see, they were asking this, same question they asked me also in the, when I went for interview for my previous organization, and I explained them that this happened with revoke cancellation option. Revoke cancellation change process always revoke their cancellation, but that has a condition that your cancellation date should not reach at that time. At the time you are triggering a revoke cancellation, right?
Yeah, expired also still.
Yeah, but if
Past
your
expired.
contract is already cancelled, then there is no way that you can you can revoke your cancellation.
Yeah, I told that answer, but he's not. There is a way like he was saying.
No.
Okay.
Let me see.
Okay.
One second. It's this problem.
Is there any something called grass period? He has given hint.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah, can you please show that one? I told it is not possible. As per my knowledge, I told. But no, there is a way. Do you know grass period like he told?
Yeah, gross period is there. Grace period.
Yeah, sorry for the word grace period.
So this change process also called as a BTMF framework. Okay. Just remember this one, because you should not be confused. You should not confuse by hearing this name. So change process is also called as a BTMF framework.
Yeah.
So I can tell you revoke cancellation is there. Cancel option. Extension is there. Reject. You can see revoke cancellation.
Yeah.
And we have reject also. I think we will this one we will discuss. Reject option is also come in the picture. I think yes, reject cancel, reject all. We will I forget why I'm not getting in my mind, but I use this reject all reject option. I think when your contract is time period is already over and it's inactivated, right? Then they will through your inactivation ODI steps, those contract will move in inactive status, but still they will be still they will be keep appearing in your search option, like in your search option. So with this change process, if you trigger as a reject all, it means then now going forward they will not appear in your search option. That is why it is a reject option comes in the picture.
Okay.
So this is a revoke cancellation option. We will see that when what is the use of this one. So then you can see these are the lock. Lock means you want to lock, right? Sometimes say some of the services should be locked, right? So you want to do a mass lock or mass, that is where the lock service use a picture. And you have the upgrade your cross catalog mapping. That is where I told you, right? Upgrade, right? Upgrade means you are upgrading your product, right? So at that time, you just trigger this upgrade cross catalog mapping change process. There are many multiple change process. So for my understanding, I have done with contract extension, revoke config changes, cancellation of the option, revoke cancellation options, and change technique. So change billing cycle, allowance refill. I never done this one. Upgrade this one I have done. Change rate note, lock services, unlock services, revoke extension. Those I have done. New change order. And every time you trigger a change process, it will first of all it goes through a change order process. So it will create a new change order, and with this change order, it will bring you a order screen. We will show you how that trigger. Then you will understand. So it will bring you a order level screen. Okay, in the order level screen, then you assign your new value from X to Y. Or all your changes you perform at the order level screen. Then you submit.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is they are showing that from X to Y and change order. So in the change order will have your actual time slice, that okay, which date, like your change time slice will be available in your change order, and that time slice or those changes will be applicable to your contract line, new line item, new time slice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, same thing you can see. We will come to this option. Okay, so how it is, we will first we will go. So these are the options. Detail change customizing. So let me first see any contract is available. Then we will go through configuration also. I think we have your contract, right?
Yeah, 20211.
So what's the contract start date and date? So we can see is this contract active or not. So this this start is already ended, right? So what we can see, because if the contract is already ended, then we cannot do any change process, because so in that way we can take active contract. So we can search activation status is technically active. So we need to see technically active means the contract should be valid.
Yeah.
So contract should be valid on today's date, right? So that is got you can see end date. What is the end date? Yeah, this one we can take this one 26. We have we have a lot of data. This is contract technically active. Yes, they have done some changes over this. Okay. Yeah. So you can see first, while looking itself, it have three line item, right? Three. So first was this was the initial it was created, that it was created on 21st 03/2025 to 1/5/25. Okay, with the line item 10. Then it triggered a change process. Then it created line item 20. And that, so once line item 20 is created, line item 10 will go in history of the contract, because new time slice has been created. And once this line item 20 line up again, if you trigger change process, then line item 30 is created, and again line item 20 will line item 20 also will move in history of the contract. So this is how it will work. It will keep creating your history, and now you will see, because it has created a three it has three time slice, right? Then it should have three line item, three change order. Contract history, why? In progress. It should have 3 contract. Okay, this is the history. Okay, sorry. It means, okay, it has 2 line item. Line item 10 or 20. How many it has? How is it possible? It has history of this contract, then title 20. Then what is 30?
No, 30 is in top.
Okay. Yeah, I'm right. Okay, fine. Got it. Yeah, now you can see. Okay. So you can see it has 3 changes. So initially, when first of all this contract is created, it was having this change order. This was the
Yeah.
original order, 805. Then
Yeah.
it triggered a changes, then 80591 is created. But I'm surprised. Okay, then again same order they have done this another changes. Okay. So they have done this multiple changes in the same order. That is why it is coming 2 times. Okay, so you can see now if I said this is the active time slice. So this active time slice is activate. What is the date for this active time slice? The date for active time slice is, okay, you can see this is technically now active. Then no process will be coming. Oh, it is coming. Okay. Now you see that these are the option is coming. So when you configure the change process, it will show in your processes tab. And how you can do, let's say you want to do which one? You want to do the contract extension or change auto renewal indicator. Let's take easy one. So you just click on execute. Now it will ask that, okay, yes. You just simply said, okay, submit. It will create a new change. Or maybe this one, which one? Product contract extension. Let's take contract extension because this contract is not active, right?
Yeah.
Because contract is not active. That is why we are getting error. Let me take another. Oh, we take another example. Good example. Technically active. Right. Yeah, the same contract, I think. Okay, only this contract is active. So let me trigger. That is technically active or not?
Status.
Yes. Okay. Is yes. Click on processes. Let's say product change. Let's say contract extension. Trigger the contract extension. Yes. Now you can see. And you just trigger contract extension for 1 year, or let's say, let me say 1 year. By default, the date is coming, that 1 year. Okay. Activation date, you can see the date is coming. The date and time is it's coming. That which date and time I am triggering. So that is the time slice it will have as a in the change order as well as a line item level. Okay. So this new time slice will will come as a new time slice will appear on your new line item, and old time slice will appear on the old line item. So if I submit it, let me submit. Now you can see it brings us to change order screen. Okay, and then that is where you can also do any other changes. So let's say during this time I want to do my product change also. Something, is ABC is there? No, nothing is there. No, ABC is not there. So let's say you want to change anything over here in advanced variant configuration, you can do all your changes also. And your date, right? Because you are doing the change of contract extension. So that date will come over here. The date now your contract is and always the start date will never change. Only your end date is going to change. So your contract is getting extension for another one year. So your end date is getting changed, right? You can see your end date is now changed to 28/5/2027, right?
Yes. Sorry to interrupt you, Mahesh.
Yeah.
There are multiple change process, right? As you triggered contract extension, and you are saying like if we go to the change order, we can do any changes.
Yeah.
So irrespective
So
of change process, once we create a change, sorry, once we change order is created, we can do any change, right? It's not specific to only change process.
yeah, so this the contract extension process, like if you trigger the contract extension, but you can also do other changes also, like
Yeah,
that
that's
is
what I'm
not a,
asking. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that is not any. Let's say you want to update any text type, you have the nodes, right? You want to update the node. So those are not those changes are not coming in any change process, right? So in that way you can apply those changes. Let's say I want
Okay.
to create a node that okay, let's say
So,
text.
so what I understood is not only the SAP provided change process, other changes, multiple changes we can make in a single change order, right? Is my understanding correct? Okay.
Right, your understanding is correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so I put this update and now I will submit my change process. So during, let's submit it. You submit it, save, first you save it, and now you submit it. Now, as soon as you submit, you, now you will see two white line item is created as a contract level. Okay, and let me go back to one old time slice is getting ended and new time slice is created. So now you can see history of contract is created and you can see the old time slice which date we have created, like you can see 1/5 to 16/10 today's date. So system will capturing that okay, from today to previous this was the contract data contract, this was the contract detail was activated. Okay, but now onwards you can see this is the line item 40. You can see the start date, you will see now you will see start date of the, this is the current time slice. You can see
Yeah.
that where is the date, you can see from start, end date is not changing, your start date is not going to change, just they will confuse you in the interview that when you create a change process, what do we are you able to change the contract start date? No, only start date is not to going to change, only end date is updated, and this end date update changes is starting from which time slice, like it's starting from 16/10 to the 25. Even for seconds also it will track that at the time you submit and this change process happen at this point, or at this after this time onwards this change is effective. That is the
Yeah.
purpose of contract time slice. And now any changes you do in whatever the changes you have done this contract, for those changes only your downstream system will track, will do the billing and invoicing. Okay, and I
Yeah.
just told you that because of that every changes is done through the change order, and the change process is triggered is done with the change order. Now you contract, we have done a contract extension, so for that one a change order is created and the change order activation date is 16/10/2025. Sometimes what happen, you are able to submit your change order but change order is not completed, it will either stuck in progress, it means there is some error in your change order. Let's say your change, your product is not correctly set up or any kind of, the process is quite similar to your initial order creation process. That is where SAP has kept this process. It's just like, you are creating your initial order. But difference is that from your initial order, your contract is created. And the or change order difference is that this order is triggered on your existing contract just to replicate your uh, new changes to the contract level.
Yeah.
And you will let me open that T code. If you see this data in your CI system, what's the T code for CI system?
FKK bits, sir. FKK bits.
No. Open the contract in CI.
FP underscore VT3. FP underscore VT3. FP underscore VT3. FP, not L. FP underscore VT3.
P and P.
Underscore, FP underscore. V for victory. T for, yeah. Yes.
So, what is the name? 21457. 21457. Now you see. Now here also you will see your time slice also. So you can see your new contract date is extended, right? This date is extended, right? New date is coming, right? So that is where, and let me see your time slice also comes over here. Somewhere here. Yeah, you can see valid from. So your this 16 to 19, right? So this is the actual exact time system has captured from SAP system time.
Yeah.
Okay, and those all this that is the CI system, like your backend system, where it is showing you all the detail, your all contract related detail you can see over here, and these are the tabs there. Item which are relevant for item, everything. It means sometimes what happen, this if there is any error during contract replication through the ODI, and contract is not able to replicate it successfully in your CI system, then it will not, your contract will not appear over here. You cannot see your contract over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now coming to your configuration, right? So you can see this is the node where you do the configuration. Okay. Yeah. And let me screen. So first of all, you define your change process, actual change process. And again, a change process itself will have its own, BTMF process class. Just remember that one. And every change process have a change process type. And scenario means from where you are triggering this change process. Provider is a provider contract. Okay. Provider contract, nothing but this contract level or upon this contract level, that this change process is relevant for this contract level. Okay, that is called the provider contract. A service means your change process is applicable for the service contract. You can say subscription contract order level. So that is where the change process is applicable. And you will have header and item. You can see is header. This change process is well applicable for header. You can see the new order item, add new item. Okay, add new contract item. You can see this change process. If you go to the subscription order header.
One check, someone came on the door. One check.
Yeah.
Sorry, much. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. So you can see that this add new item, new item process me, it is showing header tag over there. Okay. Is header means you go to, now you can see is this change process applicable level subscription order level. Okay. So you can see add new item change process is appearing over here. So it means you can add a new line item under this subscription order.
What is that add new contract? Already will be in one contract, right?
Yes, I will tell you. So you can see this is the parent contract, right?
Yes.
This is called subscription order or contract document. This is called a subscription contract document. Under this subscription contract document, you will have many. You can have a one subscription contract or many subscription contract based on your line item. Okay, and so for in our scenario, we were having only one line item. So for that one line item, we were triggering multiple changes. That's fine. But let me hide this. But there could be, you know, you said that I have 5 services, right? So you will have your one subscription contract document, and under that one contract you will have 5 subscription contract, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay. And now tomorrow you get that, okay, I am opting for another services. Then for that one, they cannot create another, you know, separate subscription contract. You said that, okay, I want my subscription, I want, you know, that contract as a with regard to your existing subscription, right? So in that way, what they will do, they just, you know, trigger this change process. Okay. And in that way, add new line item, add new contract. And where here they will add a new product, new service. As soon as they add a new service, you know, you can see they will add a new service, edit list. And you add a new service, your new contract. It means you are opting for a, it's just like, you know, you are again creating a new contract, but instead of scratching
one more line item, can we say?
Yes, one more line item. Okay, you can see just now
that new contract will be created.
Yes. Okay. And that will be the advantage of having that contract is that that will be created under one parent subscription contract document.
Okay.
So now you will have you can see now you will have your 5 services under with, you know, under your same subscription contract document. You will have 1 2 3 4 5.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt here again, as you are saying, like parent contract document, under that multiple contracts can be there. So what is the business significance of contract document?
Come again?
What is the technical significance of that contract document? Will that be used for invoicing, where if we do invoicing for that, multiple contracts will be invoiced at the same time? Like what is the technical significance here?
This is used for a grouping in your invoicing, that okay, I want to have my, you know, single invoice. Then system will identify what is the subscription contract document. And so in that document, it will just group all this invoice in a one invoice, all the below contracts, right? So it will act, you know, so you have your parent information subscription order, right? So every transaction will have its parent information and line item information. So subscription contract document will have its parent information. And that parent information will applicable for, you know, rest of all the line items. That is the purpose of having parent and child, right? So for this contract, you will have, let's say you want to update anything, right? You said that, okay, all my 5 contracts should change, right? They should have same line, same text type, right? So let's say you go ahead and then trigger a date change. In that way, all the changes you trigger for at the header level, that will be applicable for the line item. Okay, so first of all, you will define your new change process. That is called the BTMF process. And let's say, and that BTMF process will have its own BTMF class. And this change process will have the type, which type of the change process is that. We have 2 type of change process, which I worked. One is that, you know, contract change. That is called the insta. So any changes will take place on this contract. That will, for that one, it will create a change order. That is called as a insta change process. Okay. One change process is that one you have for the log and log ISTC. For that one, it will not create any change process. It will just directly, without creating a change process, it will just create a ISTC change process. And for ISTDJ or initial order change process, one change process.
What is this IST? IST, is there any significance? IST.
So ISTD in your initial order is created with ISTD change process.
No, not ISTD. IST, starting with IST. For many of them, IST is there, and some S4 is there.
Yeah. So you can see.
Is there any meaningful information?
So I will tell you, ISTC is used for log and log. ISTD is used for initial order, and we have ISTF, change without order. So that is where you
sorry, Mahesh. my doubt was, is there any convention starting with IST or S4? If you see below,
I
S4C is
think
there,
this one
convention.
I don't know. I never see in my
S4C,
previous project.
IST.
This one I don't know. Somebody has added this one. See through. These are the very new one. Maybe with S4 HANA upgrade, this new change process start appearing. But I
Okay,
only see
okay.
this
IST
ISTG.
process. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So you just
Yeah,
remember your
got it.
change process is process tab insta, and if you
Mhm.
want to create a change process without creating a change order, then create a ISTF. So I will tell you an example that sometimes in a business said that okay we want to upgrade on a text type of my contract, right? Then
Yeah,
for even for the single changes they don't want to create a change order, right? So
yeah,
in that way they just go with this ISTF change process.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
how to close this one tab here? Okay. Now you can see it will have a BTMF class. Now in the change process, if you want to if you want to change the if you want to do your custom changes, then you need to create your custom extension of this BTMF class, and you need to create a G class with this class, and you define your parameter, and then you have to define your logic.
Yeah.
Okay, so they will ask you this, that if you are writing any fs, then and in that fs, then let's say you want to write a fs for config change, and in the config change you want to defining any other new parameters, right? Then you have to
Mm,
define the G class, and the G
mm,
class you need to define your parameters, you need to define
mm.
your new input parameters, that and your logic also, input and
Yeah,
output logic.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
and you can see configuration changes.
yeah,
So you just explore, then after doing all
yeah,
these
yeah, yeah.
configuration changes, you will do activate your change process. What is the activation of change process? Your change process has to be assigned over here in this
Mm,
tab. Then it's activation. Then you define your transaction type in the process, that okay, you define this extension. You are going to assign, you can say you are going to assign your change process, that from this extension change process, what would be my source transaction, what would be my change transaction, and what would be
mm,
target transaction, that okay I am going to
mm,
trigger a change
mm,
from let's say
mm,
subscription order to when I trigger change process subscription contract, then it will goes to it will trigger from subscription contract, then it will goes to change order, then again it will replicate to a subscription contract. That is all where your changes source and target is there, and
mm.
then you define your grouping, right? BTMF grouping, that okay in my here you define your BTMF grouping, that okay in my contract I want to see like 4 and 5 change process over there.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so in at
Mm.
your home, and again do you just read this one also,
Yeah,
if you
okay.
come back and you read this information, that is where
Mm,
you will get more information, like you will understand each and every steps like business logic. So for today's homework, right, you
mm.
just read it,
Okay,
all this
okay.
theory, what is change process, in which sequences goes. You can see provider, let's just see provider for subscription contract, service for service contract.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and you can see the business logic for change process is implemented above class, and you can see
Mm,
interface IFCRM BTMF default implementation available. This is the class, and you need to do so.
mm.
Until unless you are not reading all this information, you will not get your story in your mind. Okay, so just
Okay,
keep
okay.
reading this one, and same thing I will be I will also, you can see this API is define
Mm,
change process set of the allow into change process. This is
mm.
relevant for APIs currently on support subscription contract via the business solution quotation. Now they will ask
Okay,
similar this
okay,
kind of questions they will ask from interview. So let's say
okay.
if your interviewer is from more technical background, right? Then
Yeah,
he is aware on this APIs, right? He usually
yeah.
go and keep reading. Then he will ask him this question that okay, Raju, tell me. I think there was some APIs that is triggered via business solution quotation and to a contract change process. Can you tell me? So just to if you are preparing for that any interview, then you need to keep reading all this information, and no
Mm.
trainer will be able to give all this information, because there are lot of informations, lot of. Now
Mm,
you can see log processing. Log
mm,
processing means you can define your, let's say your contract is there, and you said that okay, my contract should be logged. Locked means
Yeah.
nobody should be able to do any changes, neither billing anything on that, because
Yeah.
still you are you didn't get a go ahead with your customer. So in
Mm.
that way you can create a lock processing. You
Yeah.
can lock your contract with the region also. So that lock region you define over here, and then you
Mm.
can say define your lock region, that okay,
Mm.
my lock region is a customer, lock applied, the customer is not ready, and that lock region you define with. And we have the lock region to FICA lock region also, that okay, billing and nothing posting cannot be done. Sometimes if
Mm.
customer do any fraud, then you just simply lock your contract, so customer will, your service will be locked completely, and customer will
Mm.
not be able to access or subscribe anything on that. That is the purpose
Yeah.
of lock and lock. And we
Yeah.
have then a process. You also schedule a lock unlock, through the batch job, that okay,
Mm.
you can see you which date you want to lock or unlock. So that is the batch job program.
Yeah.
So for as a homework, just go through this change process today.